I'm Dr. Jodi Dinnerman, founder and creator of All Things Soup School. The truth of the matter is that we've never had to practice the way that we have to practice now. And what we've created is a solution center for you to pick and choose from whatever is relevant to you in this moment. If you want to focus on marketing and building your practice, then you start with our Marketing Academy. If you want to focus on streamlining your communication systems, then you start with Communication Station. Follow our lead and we will take you there, and you will end up with a practice that is far beyond your wildest dreams. My promise to you is to far exceed your expectations. And I think hearing the words from some of our friends that you're about to hear is going to give you confidence in that promise. If you have any questions for me, please reach out. You can DM me at Staffless Practice through Facebook or Instagram. I'll be here waiting.
You have to think in terms of things not as a cost, but as an investment. Jodi gives you checklists. Jodi, like I watched, again, a couple things you produced, and like within these groups, I see some of the posts and the content, and like that's not a cost, that's an investment.
Hey, listen, if you want to be a one-woman show or one-man show, for that matter, if we understand the right tools to use and we know how to use them, if we have the right systems in place, our life gets exponentially easier. I've been deep inside of Dr. Jodi's program, and it's absolutely brilliant. It's easy to use, it's intuitive, it gets right to the point. And again, if you want to use less staff or you don't want any staff at all, this is a tremendous program. Dr. Jodi is an absolute rock star. I've had the pleasure of working with her since 2009, and she super excels in everything that she does.
What Soup School does is it cuts your learning curve down dramatically, and it increases your resources dramatically. And those two things, having a big learning curve when you're trying to accomplish a specific thing in practice, and then not having the appropriate resources, will cost you an extreme amount of time, money, stress, everything. Because the things that you teach in Soup School are all the things that they do not teach us in school, right? But Soup School is like, these are the people. These are the people that do it best. And these are the people that have the best pricing, and it's the easiest, and we've already tried it and figured it out for you, and here you go, silver platter. So that makes complete sense, right? Like, it is your school for everything that you didn't learn while you were in school. So Soup School is an absolute must. I mean, for the people that aren't doing it, it's just going to be a lot harder, a lot more time, a lot more money that's wasted.
Jodi's the only person I know that has reached out to us at Jane to get connected and, actually put together a system for people that are looking for this. I've not met another person who is this passionate about teaching others and giving her knowledge to, the other people here. It's unbelievable, the community that you've created.
I had finally gotten to a place in practice where I knew a change had to be made. I was spending countless time and energy and money learning systems that just weren't working for me. And when I get pushed to my edge outside of my comfort zone, I create a new system. I create a new way of doing things. And I was pushed over and over, and finally I had to create a new way of doing things. And that was the beginning of staffless practice systems, figuring out how to run my practice in an automated way, but still keep my people happy, still serve from a place of high integrity, and most importantly, really enjoying my practice experience. And you know what? That's exactly what I did.
This program is just like beyond amazing. And now I've spent a lot of money on coaching programs and practice management groups and everything, just diving into and learning business. And so I'm about 6 years into being a chiropractor, and I can tell you that most of it didn't resonate for me. And then I found Soup School, and I was like, this is like my golden northern star guiding me.
Spring of 2020 hit and the world changed overnight. Like just like that, we needed to step up our game and figure out a new way of being in practice. And I was good because I had already been running a practice without staff and my systems were already streamlined. And a lot of my colleagues and friends and people I haven't spoke to in many years reached out to me because they knew that I was already running a practice without staff. And they would say, hey, Jodi, what's that thing you do with your phone? How do you run your phone so that your clients can still get everything they need without you being there? And hey, Jodi, what's that thing you do with your billing system? And how do you do the marketing if nobody is running the front desk for you? And what do you do with a new client? And the questions kept coming in, maybe 4 or 5 different practitioners over the course of a week or two. And I specifically remember sitting in my office on a cold, rainy April day in spring of 2020 and looking around and saying, okay, it's time for me to step up my game. It's time for me to serve my community and give them solutions because we need them like yesterday. And I made a list of the companies and the leaders and the teachers that made it possible for me to run a practice without staff in a really fun-filled, automated way. And what I did is I just picked up the phone and I started calling these companies and saying, hey, this is what I'm thinking about doing. Russ Rosen, I'm thinking about running a school. Do you want to come in and teach? And Shaylin Osborne, I'm thinking about running a school. Do you want to come in and teach? And the list goes on. And they all said yes. And they were like, this needs to happen yesterday. And that's what we did. We created Soup School.
There's never been a more important time than now to ensure that you are financially rewarded and rewarded well from your practice. And there are a lot of coaching programs available for chiropractors and similar professions. And in most of them, you'll find that it's just more of the same, that what's been passed down from generation to generation, if you will, doesn't necessarily work in today's world. So I hope that you'll dive in here with us at Soup School and get on your way to living the life that you want to live and making more money doing it.
And I can tell you that if I would have found Soup School early in practice, I would have had I could have saved time and money researching resources, finding them, choosing the wrong ones that aren't really, in my best interest, and having to constantly change things and figure things out. It's a lot less stumbling and falling on your face, and you get to actually start like way ahead of the game.